so now, so remind if anybody wants anything to eat or drink, the glass and bar are now open. Team meals will be shortly. again, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to the Manchester Stadium for this latest FA Women's National League Division 1 fixture between Leeds United and Middlesbrough. Teams are as hosts, starting with our visitors. Middlesbrough. Number 13, Ruby Cook. Number 5, Ellen Packer. Number 6, Abby Towers. Number 7, Ellen Turnbull. Number 8, Jess Met. Number 9, Armand Maxwell. Number 10, Lauren Robson. Number 11, Diana Giles. Number 7, Millie Bell. Number 18, Sarah Byrne. And 22, Grace Boyd. Substitutes for Middlesbrough are Laura Whelan, Kira Skelton, Emma Foster, Shanna Wilkinson and Fran Ward. The Leeds United team goal is number 1, Cara Simpson. Number 2, Charlotte Legg. Number 4, Olivia Smart. Number 5, Lucy Turner. Number 7, Sarah Danby. Number 8, Ellie Dobson. Number 9, Jess Russo. Number 10, Catherine Smith. Number 11, Drew Green. Number 14, Amy Woodruff. Number 19, Ruby Waldron. And subsidiaries are Hazel Lockwood, Leona Price, Darcy Green and Sian Gabriel Keating. Referee today is Jermaine Isherwood and is assisted by Kevin O'Donnell and Dean Grant. Big thank you to all our mascots for today as well. Please get your hands together and welcome onto the field, Leeds United!
Well, a warm welcome along to LUTV's coverage as Leeds United women are back in action this afternoon. It's Middlesbrough women at home at the Bannister Prentice Stadium, and this 2 o'clock kickoff hopefully will run as close to time as possible. The two teams just making their way onto the pitch as Leeds look to try and build on this decent run they've put together in the last few weeks. And first of all, we can get you the teams in full. So for Leeds United, it is Carrie Simpson in goal. And then Shauna Legg, Olivia Smart, as always, is the captain. Lucy Turner, Sarah Danby, Ellie Dobson, Jess Russo, Catherine Smith, Drew Green, Amy Woodruff and Ruby Waldron. And the subs, Hazel Lockwood, Leonie Price, Darcy Green and Sian Jabril-Keating for Simon Wood's side, who are unbeaten in 3 in all competitions. As for Middlesbrough today, it's Ruby Cook, Ellen Packham, Abby Towers, Ellen Turnbull, Jess Met, Armani Maxwell, Lauren Robson, Leanna Giles, Millie Bell, Sarah Byrne the captain, and it is then Grace Boys. The subs, Laura Wareham, Kira Skelton, Emma Foster, Shanna Wilkinson and Fran Ward for Michael Mulhern's side. The referee today will be Jermaine Isherwood, as every time we do a Leeds women's game there is always the traditional photo, trying to get the community involved, and they're doing the exact same thing today. So kick-off hopefully in a few minutes time. Delighted to say I'm joined by Macy Ellis today, who in an ideal world wouldn't be sat next to me. She would be out on the pitch. But Macy, good afternoon to you. Thank you for taking the time out to join us. An ACL injury keeps you on the sidelines alongside teammate Paige Williams. First of all, how are you? How's the recovery going and things like that?
I'm alright today. The recovery's been a long journey, but we're getting there eventually. Should be back in like October time. We're going to start transitioning to doing training again, me and Paige. But yeah, it's been quite an experience, can't lie.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. And speaking to Paige about it last time she was on our coverage, and she was just saying she's itching, like desperate to get back. Have you got the same emotion? Has it been tough watching from the sidelines?
Oh, 100%. I dream about it at night.
So fingers crossed. I mean, up to, it seems like, but it's actually pretty close that to recovery, coming back. How have you found the actual rehab process, stuff like that?
It's been quite interesting, to be fair, because obviously we've had surgery. It's been hard at first, but it's slowly been progressing and it's got a lot easier. And to be honest, as bad as it sounds, it's been nice to have other players in the same situation as you, so it's not been as lonely.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, in a weird way, it's quite, well, they say, don't they, it's quite a lonely experience being injured. But if you've got 2 players, similar players, same injury, almost try to is it like a competition, or is it just supporting each other, or is it little, exercise you can do, try to beat each other's times, things like that?
Yeah, so me and Paige do have a bit of a competition on who can jump the highest or whatever, but no, it's just nice to be able to communicate about it and like the struggles it's been or whatever, because it is a hard one, because sometimes you feel quite left out of the team or whatever, because you're not involved, you're doing your training or whatever, so it's nice to see the girls when they come to do the gym sessions and we're in there and like we're all together. It's just
Yeah, fingers crossed. And I don't mean it in a harsh way. I say this to Paige and anyone else that's injured. I hope you're not here again for much longer, because obviously we want you out there on the pitch. So Leeds United are just preparing their final preparations. Slight change to the kit in full, of course, with the blue shorts with the blue trim on the socks, looking more and more like the home strip. I mean, some people prefer all white. There is a bit of a difference though with the blue. So, of course, Leeds do have an array of kits they can go through this season, and the difference will be clear as day. We're not as awkward than some of the other clubs with the kit clashes. So Borough in their traditional home strip and Leeds in the alternate shorts are ready for proceedings. So Jess Russo will take the kick-off. This is the Middlesbrough team that are unbeaten, beat Cheadletown, drew with Norton and Stockton, beat Durham Sestria, and then beat Fylde 3-1. The same scoreline that Leeds managed to beat Fylde by as well. As Russo goes back to Danby, and we can try and hopefully get a platform built right from the very start. And Middlesbrough are doing that as well with a front two-pronged attack, trying to put the pressure on in the 8 and the 10, but Leeds have glided their way through with Russo. It's a very well-timed challenge in defence by the number 22, which was Grace Boys. And quite a fast start here with both teams trying to get their foot on the ball, play some football. And well, Macy, it's to some it's a derby, Middlesbrough. I'm not as sure as that. Huddersfield was a proper derby, but you know, it's a team that have transitioned, signed a good few players from Newcastle, started very well. Carrie Simpson, the build-up to this, suggested that she believes that it'll be one of the toughest games of the entire season. And is that a comment you believe as well? Is that what the whole group are expecting today, one of the toughest tests?
I do think Middlesbrough are a hard team. They've got some fast players and they're very well set together and stuff like that. But and they're very physical. I've always found like they do get in and put pressure on you. So we'll just have to see. But I always think
nearly, if that had been a bit more central, just as we try to build them up on a pedestal, they nearly gave us a goal. But yeah, I mean, you were saying to me in the build-up to this about how there's a lot of teams that are very difficult to beat. There isn't a standout worst team, standout best team. We saw that last year with 3 or 4 teams all battling for promotion, and it's what makes it so hard to get out of this league.
100%. Like last season, there was only a few points between top 5, whatever, and every game was you had to turn up and play. So this is the same thing again of like Middlesbrough are a hard team and we can't underestimate them at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a relatively even start. There's been Leeds trying to play the ball on the deck, but there's then the ability to go long if they need to. That's what Jess Russo's inclusion in the team will do. And Woodruff is sitting more of as a 10, but in attack she will support in the 14 jersey. So fingers crossed that is a partnership that can continue to thrive as Borough win the ball back and a flick on header. It's a misplaced header from Leanna Giles. Leeds going backwards. Turner's just trying to cushion it for Simpson. Simpson forward to Dobson. Doesn't get a strong enough touch on it to turn it away. Waldron will off a Middlesbrough leg, and it is behind, and Sean Legg just watches it out of play. And there was a time later in the year where if the rainfall we've had in the last few hours might get a game called off, but the pitch, you can see how dry it is in some parts. It might be the best thing for it, and conditions will be pretty slick today. So a few early touches, especially for you as a midfielder. Basically, you're wanting to try and get a foot on the ball, work the conditions, see what it's like, and no one's really been able to do that just yet.
No, 100%. I think on this pitch specifically, you need to get some touches on to get a feel for the ball and get used to the pitch. Because, yeah, there are a few cheeky little landmines, we say, in pitch.
Yeah, I mean, that's a new one for me. I'll have to watch out now for that each week as Danby gets a touch to the ball. Smart at right back. Good feet from Catherine Smith, likewise from Olivia Smart. It just won't work out for Leeds, but that's thanks to the determined work from Armani Maxwell. But Leeds concede a throw. So such as the flexibility that Olivia Smart brings to the team. She's left back, now right back today. That's a foul throw, has to be from the Middlesbrough player. And whether that's caught in 2 minds or, which I think it is, but again, that's an element of what maybe the moisture on the surface will do. But didn't fully believe in herself, the Middlesbrough fullback. Leeds just lose out. Looking at Turner. And now Dobson. There's Legg. Very scrappy start this from both teams. Dobson, Maxwell turns away. Smart's trying to push her wide. Good block from Olivia Smart. And it's come out, and an effort from Middlesbrough, and it's in, and a poor clearance from Leeds, and Middlesbrough pounced instantly inside the first 5 minutes. And I just said, Macy, scrappy was the word that I think has summarised this game very well. And when Smart got the block in, it fell to Turner. You just wanted Leeds to clear it. They didn't. It's what we said about Middlesbrough. They're tough. It's opened up, and they've took that chance really well.
Yeah, they have. We've struggled to get it out there, sadly. Like, it's just clipped Sarah there. as it going out, so that were unlucky. But we need to do it a little bit better, trying to clear there.
Yeah, frustrating start. Perhaps though, of course, a wake up for Leeds, because inside the first minute they were trying to spray the ball around, but Borough have managed to get an early goal, and now they've won an early free kick, and that's where the frustrations will start for Leeds. So goal after 5 minutes, and Sarah Byrne awarded that effort. But inside the first early stage of this game, it's the visitors that have started with a spring in their step, and they've been scoring goals for fun. 7 goals in 2. Suggests this will be a battle today. It's a good header that from Dobson, likewise from Smith. Woodruff is looking down the line. Needed a call that she was getting pressurised. She will go and win it back and tries to go long anyway, but Middlesbrough have got everybody back there to recover possession, including number 6 Abby Towers. And I think Leeds maybe just need 5 minutes, Macy, just to get their bearings. The issue is, I don't think we can clearly say the way Middlesbrough are playing, they're not going to get it.
No, we just need to settle down a bit with the ball and just try to get into the game now. I mean, it's never easy at first bit going down, but there's a full game left.
Yeah, plenty of time. And we were discussing in the build-up about, learning from that first game, Huddersfield, a 2-0 defeat, then beating Fylde, beating Halifax, and Stockport last time out was a bit of a bitter pill to swallow. Comments from the group, coaching staff was more of it felt like a defeat, conceding a last-minute equalizer, and that's just part and parcel of the game, isn't it? You can't really feel sorry for yourself when you're playing again a week later. Yeah,
no, you've just got to clear the slate and move on. I mean, it's unlucky, but it's football, innit?
It certainly is. As here is leg, good move needed from her. Simple. Dobson tries to go long over the top. She's picked a great ball out as well. Now, Drew Green is chasing it down. It might just overrun her. She will keep it alive. Seemed to get away from her a little bit there, Green, and Dobson's pass. Again, it's that changing conditions, and as Macy says, landmines. So it's bounced a little bit awkwardly. You never know if that could have been set up a bit fairer for her. But at least Leeds, simple from out the back, and a nice ball forward, and it's worked them into a good position. 7.5 minutes gone. If you just joined us here on LUTV, it is a goal from Byrne that has given Middlesbrough the advantage as Smith goes back to Smart. Far post ball is maybe going to catch the keeper out, and she tips it over. Rubicott wasn't going to take a chance. Olivia Smart does have that in a locker to pop up, and a very good ball in. Macy nearly caught her out.
And I like shots like that, because the keeper, if they're switched off, it's a simple one. Plus, if there's a player in box, they can just tap it in. I mean, look, Woodruff was there just in case.
Corner in, Middlesbrough clear. There was a Leeds shirt lurking with Green. Russo just tries to poke it forward. The header, it's awkward for Middlesbrough to handle. Now Russo will get back in attacking position, turns away from trouble. Tried to lay it off to the edge of the box, but too easily read by Middlesbrough. Pick it away, and now can launch an attack with Maxwell. Turner's trying to cover. A good challenge. She'll win a throw. She certainly should do, and that is the case. And a perfect defender's position, because, I mean, Middlesbrough are really dangerous. That was a quick counter that was about to work.
Yeah, she is. She's a very fast player, and someone you need to watch out for on that way.
Smart trying to go to Green, but the pass didn't come off. Middlesbrough are working well. They've got another attack here. Danby cuts inside. A poor pass from Borough. Good brave play from Dobson. Got a roar from the crowd at least. She'll have to go in again, and she will put her foot in there, Dobson. So that's her job as the anchor in midfield to nip in. There's a player down in back play, which means the referee has stopped the game. But I know you're more of a flair player in the midfield, Macy. But if you're out wide, it's your job to create chances. You need someone has to be in every team at all levels, junior football, women's, men's. There has to be a midfielder that does the stuff that maybe other people don't, and it's important for you guys as wingers that someone does that and gives you something to build off.
100%, you need that player in the middle who's just strong and will get a foot in and put a body on the line, and I think we do. That is what Dobson brings to the team. She will always put a foot in, no matter what.
That goes down the line, and it's been Hughes' role in the last few weeks. Dobson's played centre half at last couple of games of last season. So a new role for her as Woodruff can see exactly what she was trying to do. Kicking it down the line and chasing after it, but again, easier said than done as Towers comes across for Borough to take the throw. Second header from Bell. And Borough happy to let that bounce and sit out of play. So Leeds are still trailing, but no massive signs of panic from Simon Wood's side. Smith getting goal side, doesn't win the header. Midfield it'll fall to Maxwell. She's going to go for goal from range, and Kerry Simpson will be delighted to see that sail wide, but there's no shortage of confidence from this Middlesbrough team, and we're inside the or just past the first 10 minutes, Macy. And what's your early assessment of the game?
I think so far we've not really had any chances, I mean, other than Smart, but we just need to get the ball and play with it on floor like we do. I mean, I've not really seen anything yet. It's been quite scrappy.
Yeah, I think Middlesbrough forced Leeds to go long a little bit, haven't they, at times, and players just panicking in those areas. But as you rightly said right at the start, so much time to build into this game as Middlesbrough's number 7 on the attack. It is with Turnbull. She's dispossessed. Leeds again. Woodruff coming back very deep. So perhaps expected a 4-4-2 with a diamond, but Amy Woodruff has been left mid, number 10. Then in attack, she'll pick up the pieces here, and she does get it away in time to Russo. Russo might return it. Woodruff picks it up, but Borough's defender right on cue. She's stayed down. There was no foul from Woodruff, so the referee rightly lets the play continue. Here's Green. Good feet from Drew Green. Now she's got to try and get away. There was a little touch on the way past, and the referee is just checking that Millie Bell is back on her feet, which she is, and just maybe a glimmer, Macy, that we might have had a chance to get through there, but I think we see it again from Borough. Defensively, very well organised.
Yeah, they are. They always are. I mean, it's hard to get past them, and I think so far we are struggling.
Fine margins for Leeds as the free kick is about to be taken. Smart is one option. It will be Danby's left boot, and she hangs it into the head. His body's there. Woodruff goes for goal. Great header from Amy Woodruff. Levels the game for Leeds United women. And on a sixpence from Sarah Danby. And that's the quality Danby provides from set pieces. And no wonder the team celebrate. And a very accomplished header. Game on.
I know that ball were perfect there in the box. I mean, that's Sarah Danby's trick right there. And Woodruff is there to head it.
Yeah, very good header. I mean, there was a lot of numbers at the back post for Leeds, but I'm not sure whether Middlesbrough got confused, because Amy Woodruff is not a player I would leave free in a box.
Not at all. And she looked like she had a bit of space to actually get up and head it.
Yeah, really good header. Difficult as well. She made it look easy, but to glance it in, not put too much power on it, not to put too little power on it, and it goes past the post. And that'll settle everybody down at the Bannister Prentice Stadium in Garforth. And a good response for Leeds, less than 10 minutes behind and back level, but early signs are this is going to be a really tough fight as Woodruff goes down the line again to Russo. Both benches appeal for a throw. It is Burrows that get the call. Out of possession, Leeds seem to be dropping into a 4-2-3-1 of Dobson as the sitting midfield alongside Danby. Woodruff as a left midfielder as she gets a touch to the ball now, and she gives Drew Green a foot race, which Green clearly relishes. And she is perhaps the fastest player in the team. Too quick for her own good there, just landed a little bit awkwardly. But at least the kick and chase that she will enjoy for the afternoon. Would you agree, Macy? Fastest player in the team?
Yeah, by far currently. I know Shan is quite fast on bench, but Drew,
would you not see you could give her a run for your money when you're fully in full flow when you're back from your injury?
Well, we could get a race going, 100 metre sprint.
On opposite flanks, it could be something we watch in the second half of the season as Russo turns away. She was asking an awful lot of herself and yet nearly did that. A little touch inside between the two players, but sadly couldn't hold up play. Burrett will power forward. The pitch at Garforth is very big, and a lot of the players have space out there at full back. Leeds have had a bit of space at centre half. They sadly don't on that occasion as Simpson goes long. Smith just trying to use her body to cause a few issues. Now she'll jump in. Referee now gets in the way. And play is actually allowed to go on because the ref didn't touch it, but nearly a bit of a calamity situation as Green keeps it alive somehow. Not like she's about to kick that ball out of play. Borough now going for the Scrappy method up and high in the air. Green heads it clear. Legg will very calmly go back to Carrie Simpson. That's the experience that Shauna Legg brings to the table. A player that arrived in the summer from the division above. You can tell that, Macy, with that little touch. It's just no sign of panic and makes it look very simple, but they can be very effective. She's given the ball away there. Commentators curse as I've just been bigging her up, but Waldron gets back. That pass is just about going to be kept in by Borough, so Legg has a bit of defending to do. Good work from Dobson. Nice roll of the shoulder up to Russo. Now back to Smith.
Ooh.
And Smith giving the ball away. Leeds were just trying to get into a bit of a pattern there. Now Borough on the attack. The shot will come into the side netting. Sarah Byrne, the captain, looking for an effort across the face of goal. But I think that's what you were saying earlier, Macy, about get the ball down and play. Nearly starting to get into that, but Leeds just haven't had the 4 passes to put together so far.
No, I mean, it's coming together, like you said. We're stringing some passes together and it's looking quite good when we're coming up top, but there, Cav Smith just got a bit unlucky, tried back passing it, and sadly no one there.
Gambie's header. Borough player gets beaten by the bounce. Waldron following her all the way, and good pressurising. Dobson nips in. Borough again. Every time they've had to make a 50-50 challenge, last ditch, they've made it. Here's Maxwell. Bit of a percentage ball down the line, just trying to do exactly that, make Leeds clear it, and they do. A few passionate fans trying to make an atmosphere, and more good numbers again today at the game at Ballester Prentice Stadium. Challenge from Danby. Turner gets in. Green trying to get there as well. Legs header away. Turner nips in once more. There's Danby. Danby needs a bit of help. She'll get it though from a Borough player. Sadly not a Leeds jersey. Just about got the pressure enough there, Sarah Danby, to put them off as Legs pokes it down the line. It isn't going to come off, but there was a second there, Macy, where that could have been ended up so much worse.
Yeah, I think Danby were trying to get past her to then lay it off down line, but Middlesbrough just caught her out there.
Waldron believed she kept it alive. The officials will argue against that, and it will be a throw. Towers will take. Well worked by Towers. Cross comes in. Body's queuing up for Borough. It will thankfully go all the way to the far post for Maxwell, but she's tricky. And Smart stands on her feet as a result. Doesn't want to dive in, and she's done very well there, Olivia Smart, to just give everybody a breather at the back post. Legg gets ahead to it for about the 10th time inside the first 19 minutes. And Dobson just trying to keep this play alive. Up to Smith. It won't work. Her little inside ball. Jess Russo's been a bit outnumbered. There is 7 Middlesbrough shirts around Jess Russo there. And perhaps an asset of the game of why Leeds just can't get a foothold in it. The play's not sticking up top, but to do that, you've got to find the number 9. It's just not working so far.
Yeah, I mean, Middlesbrough doing really well to swarm Russo when the ball comes near, so there's not much you can really do at the moment.
It's almost like they've done their research on last year's top scorer. Almost like it.
Yeah, no, she's a danger player, 100% when she gets in front of that goal.
Yeah, she was the player that just broke into the team, and I don't think many teams knew much about her. When they gave her space, they soon learned that was not something that you can do. So far today, I think it's an added facet as well, that the fact that Woodross having to drop into midfield, she's just naturally a little bit outnumbered. But the main thing is Leeds are not trailing while they try to work this tactical, conundrum out. One apiece. Would we say that's a fair score, or do you believe Middlesbrough will feel a little bit hard done by?
I mean, that it was a quality goal, and I think Middlesbrough were defending as well as they should have, so I think it's an even match, but Middlesbrough definitely having a lot more chances up top.
Yeah, they've got another one coming here because we expect it from a corner. Good work from Shauna Legg in defence. Once more, putting herself into a prime position as a defender to get a block in, and it will be a corner to come. I think it's Lauren Robson that's gone across to take it. The Borough number 10. We'll be able to see Dobson and Turner in the 6-yard box. Legs in there as well. Smart's on the near post. Russo's on the far post. Good header away. Glancing header from Leeds. It at least worked. But it was Walden on the far post who's now going to get back to left back, and she's done just that. And all the way back to Carrie Simpson, who, even though she's conceded, hasn't had that much to do making saves. Positioning will be needed for her today to bail out these defenders. Green doesn't have to chase this. It's Russo instead from Shauna Legg's pass. Leeds just try to turn them around. It's touched back inside from a white shirt. Dobson picks it up now. Danby. That's where Leeds need Sarah Danby. Somebody to just put the foot on the ball. Smart gets it now. Down the line towards Green, who will try and return the favour. Keeps it alive back into Dobson, who was pressurised, panicked in doing so, and now Borough get it back. And this is where they're trying to transition into a quick counter. Turner does well, covers, not for the first time, but again, just seeing a small example, Macy, of what Leeds are trying to do when they eventually get any time.
Yeah, like their Smart moved up to do a layover. Sadly, it didn't work, but it's nice to see.
Yeah, Borough setting traps, aren't they? They're waiting for one-on-one mistakes, and then just once they do it and execute it, you can see both fullbacks flying forward, the wingers. As Catherine Smith wins a free kick. And tactically very well set up today so far, Borough. And Olivia Smart takes a quick free kick. She's keen, clearly a very keen reader of the new rules and an avid football watcher, because she's just tried to get a Borough player booked. I mean, it wasn't as controversial as Declan Rice's the other day when he was kicked on the ball. Olivia Smart did have at least a foot of distance, but we were speaking pre-game about the captain. As passionate as you get, the fine margins she wants to try and win, and that's another example of it, as she puts a ball towards the box. Anything she can do to get her team an upper hand, she's going to try it, including a yellow card 23 minutes in.
100%. She's a perfectionist. She wants everything to go right in a game, and she will do anything to get that win, which we love.
Yeah, it's a good attitude to have as a captain. Comes through the rest of the team, and sadly she didn't get her decision going her way, as Leeds will try and win the ball back high up the pitch. Good work from Borough in midfield, gets them out of trouble. A lot more time on the ball than perhaps Leeds would have liked, but again, Legg gets up with one, but not second header wasn't on target. Turner's there to mop up. Here's Waldron forward in towards Russo. Russo, she can turn. There was two players on the other side of an overload, but again, Borough, right place, right time. Legg is going to have to be brave and quick, and she is. Good work from Shauna Legg to get to Ellen Turnbull. Smith looking to pick out Drew Green. Tiny bit more powerful, she would have done that. She's worked well to recover from her mistake. Dobson lays it to Smart. Green down the line. Smart picks out the number 11, looking for Russo. She'll turn, pokes it to Smith. This is a good move, this from Leeds. Just that last pass again. Jess Russo still down. Referee perhaps could have given that as a free kick. He will give that anyway. There's a crowd of Leeds bodies on the floor, and Jess Russo worryingly is still on the floor. You can hear the winds alongside me from Macy. It's just a natural thing to do. You've got a teammate on the deck, you then fall over. I'm not sure if Olivia Smart's main objective was not to land on Jess Russo. I know,
I thought she was going to kick her head at one point.
She might well have done, and I think she did avoid it, but the main thing is that we hope, fingers crossed, she's okay. But Leeds just slowly coming back into this. It's a very even battle. And see if Jess Russo's okay. But I know we've been here for a year at the Balance Apprentice Stadium, but have you found it? You know, the crowd look, the good numbers, most weeks. Is it a player out there? Is it an enjoyable experience?
Oh, 100%. I mean, Garforth is a lovely setup. The stands and everything, and the fans who come, they're all brilliant. They really, bring us, when they start cheering and stuff like that, it really brings the tempo up and really helps us.
You can even hear a few of the fans praising individual play at times, which will help. And the players can hear it as well with such a close proximity to the pitch. And Jess Russo is not going to be able to continue here, which is a real disappointment, not only for the team but herself. And our thoughts go out to her. We hope she is going to be able to continue, but the physio has made a very early call on this. And now Catherine Smith's having a concerned look. Olivia Smart's trying to reiterate that change needs to be made. So clearly, whatever is wrong with Jess Russo is severe enough, and fingers crossed, Macy, that it's nothing long term.
No, I hope it's nothing too serious. Hopefully it's just a knock that's just caused a little pain that she can't continue this game. But
yeah, I mean, she is on her feet on the far side, but whether or not it's not the stuffing out of her, there's even more implications as well. But the physio is saying there's no need to risk it. So naturally, you would believe that Shanjabal Keating could be the likely change as a forward. Leeds could put somebody else in front, and it is Darcy Green that I believe is now being selected. So a newcomer to the fold. We can go into more detail after this free kick, because the last time Leeds had a free kick they scored in a very, very similar position. So fingers crossed. Danby took that one. Just this time it is going to be Olivia Smart towards the near post. It'll be deflected. What a save from the goalkeeper. And Ruby somehow keeps Middlesbrough at one apiece. Incredible reactions, but a real bonus, Macy, from set pieces. Middlesbrough look very vulnerable out there.
Yeah,
double deflection. Double deflection. Got to praise the save at least. I guess we have to be complimentary. We know we don't want to be, but it has to be said. As Smart as this ball in, keeper comes, good hands from the goalkeeper, an important touch. Free kick's going to be given anyway. But yeah, looking at the replays, got to doff the cap to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, she did really have to quickly react. To be honest, I thought that could have trickled in, but sadly not.
So yeah, Darcy Green, new signing for Leeds United, and if you do believe that she looks like Drew Green, that was because she's a twin sister. And as much as I would like a welcome to her to the club, it's a nightmare for me if they play on the same side. But number 18 is out on the left. Welcome to the team. Fingers crossed she has a fantastic game this afternoon. She's got work to do defensively inside the first minute, as so has Lucy Turner. Great challenge. It will be a Borough corner. But yeah, another new recruit, another new face, and it's an opportunity, because if Russo's injured inside 29 minutes, you've got to step up to the plate, and Darcy Green will have to do that. So fingers crossed the new setup works today for Simon Wood's side. Burroughs ball in. Leeds get a slight touch to it. Leg with a more convincing effort, but it's going to be put out for a goal kick on the penalty spot. Both clearances for Leeds were not as powerful as they would have liked, so set piece is clearly an avenue, Macy, for both teams. Worryingly.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting ahead to it, but it's not quite getting outside the edge of the box, which is really the most dangerous place for where the ball to land.
As we saw from the first goal, yeah, Leeds hopefully can learn from that. Simpson looked for Smart. Yeah, Smart keeps it alive towards Drew Green. Woodruff back to Drew Green, pokes it down the line towards Darcy Green, who's just offside. She set off a little bit too early, but a clap of the hands from Darcy Green, clearly appreciating the idea, and good to see. I mean, the left essentially it's like a 4-3-3 at times without the ball, sometimes with it as well. And as a winger yourself, you've got to cover, haven't you? Right winger cut in, so Darcy Green made a really courageous run down the right wing to try and help out. We get the overlap. Sadly, as a sub, she just got that timing a little bit wrong.
Yeah, sadly, but runs like that I really do like, because it if the defender's out switched on, you've made a run across box and you can receive and then turn to look to cross, or even make a run yourself.
Yeah, it's a decent first impact in the game. Fingers crossed second time around she can just time it a little bit better as Turner clears for distance and touch once again. It just settles everybody down. And Woodruff closest to it for Leeds. The goal scorer inside 14 minutes to cancel out Middlesbrough's 5th minute opener. If you're just joining us here on LUTV, myself, Tom Hill, and Macy Ellis bringing you the coverage of this league encounter. Both teams unbeaten in their last few games. Borough in 4, Leeds in 3. Both teams harbouring promotion hopes, so no wonder it's been a pretty tough battle out there as Smith plays the pass in towards Darcy Green. Good first touch from her. She's got space. She doesn't use it because she doesn't need to. She passes it towards Ruby Waldron, who's forced a little bit wide. Waldron will try and get onto her stronger left foot. Borough defender cutting across. Waldron picks the pocket though, gets across again, goes for a second bite of the cherry. Nearly picked out Woodruff, and Borough will clear, but again a glimpse of what Leeds can do if given space. Dobson wide to Smart. Smart's early ball in towards Woodruff, nearly falls in the box. It will be cleared away. The best attack for a while from Leeds. Good vision, Macy, from Darcy Green. Early impact has been positive.
Yeah, 100%. She saw the layover there from Ruby, and Ruby's done really well to get up there and keep it in, and also because she's a defender, outstrength the defender and try and get it into the box.
Yeah, it was simple from Leeds, nearly worked, and just playing that percentage ball, safe and steady as Waldron tries to go cross field. You can see why, but pass was under hit, so Middlesbrough get it back into midfield with captain Sarah Byrne. Poor pass. Dobson in the face of Byrne, making a force into a mistake, so Leeds get the throw. Defending again from leg, just about keeps it in, and that's the sort of determined defending she's bringing to that Leeds defence. She flies in again, doesn't win the challenge, but has to be committed. Turner looking long. Drew Green pulled back as she goes towards Woodruff. It won't get to her. Darcy Green will pick up the pieces. No, the flag has gone up to deny Leeds. It looked close, Macy, but sadly, fine margins again let Leeds United down.
Yeah, I think that was just Amy slightly off there, sadly. But yeah, again, that was a great ball, and if Amy could have got on the end of it and been on side, she'd be straight on to goal.
Just looking, actually, I think Leeds got the call for a foul first. So the advantage of being played for a challenge, so when the pass was played, then it was brought back, so we at least get some possession back. There is no issue to see who's taking the set piece. Catherine Smith might make a little dart down the line, but Smart instead floats it into the box looking for leg. It's a Middlesbrough head that turns it away, and it will be a corner. Smart's ball in, nearly heading at the near post. Keeper came for it. It's going to fall to Catherine Smith. He slices it wide. We'll need a new ball at Garforth. But if I'm Catherine Smith, I'm hitting that every day of the week. Had to be, difficult on the volley, weaker foot. You're on the 6-yard box though.
Yeah, but it had to be first time, because if she had a touch, she'd have been pressured straight away. So it's nice to see you try it, because end of the day, with your left foot, it could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, and I often say this, and teammates will agree, Catherine Smith does have, at least once a season, a wild goal up her sleeve.
Oh yeah, 100%. And to be fair, that was a great opportunity, but she tried, and we'd like to see it. At least she's attempting it.
Smart down the line, can't pick out a Leeds shirt, but Drew Green was really quick, so is Darcy Green, and they've added a bit of a dimension to the width play, the extra pace out there. You can certainly see what Darcy Green's brought to the party. Morgan's getting across, a late appeal for a free kick, his leg. Darcy Green is down the line, turns away and does well, nifty footwork, now looks for Woodruff, it will just be slightly behind her. Keeper Cook is quick off her line, now Danby. Let's see what she wants to do, but a poor pass, flags, and that has allowed Leeds to get a free kick. I mean, we've got less than 10 minutes to go, Macy. If I'd have said to you after 10 minutes, well, we're already 1-0 down, we would be, you know, one apiece, and I would say we'd be slightly on top now compared to Middlesbrough. You probably would have said I'd be lying. You know, you said before the game, this league is very, very hard, and this game I think has been very, very hard for both teams.
Yeah, it's been quite evenly matched through parts of the game, but now I feel like Leeds are definitely on top, and they're getting a little more chances and sniffing the net a little bit more.
Turner was looking for Woodruff. Danby, very neat challenge. Here's Turner. She wanted to go to Smart. She might do via Catherine Smith. Sadly, Leeds will have to settle for a throw. Another throw for Leeds. Turner going down the line for Smart. Pace just dropped a little bit. We'll just flick on header to Drew Green. A scrap on the floor for possession. Leeds a bit unlucky there as Catherine Smith gets across. And it was Grace Boyce that got there first. Leeds pressurising is good. Dobson's so far up the pitch. Darcy Green nearly turned it inside. Good feet from Byrne. And the foot race for Leeds to try and win, and Leg had a good advantage. Awful balls though, and Simpson is beaten, recovers. Blush is spared. And landmines is what you said. There was a few there on the pot. That was a horrible bounce. I know Simpson will feel she should have done better, but the bounce was one of those you just do not want to be receiving.
Yeah, when the ball bounces and starts bobbling when it's coming up to you, it's unlucky, and there we could have been bad. You can just hear one of the Borough coaching staff to tidy things up, and that's how Borough have started to play a little bit. They've lost that control in midfield, which is great for us, of course. As Woodruff tried to flick the ball on, sadly couldn't pick out another white shirt. Darcy Green runs across to block the pass, but you can say that, you know, losing Jess Russo is never good news. You know, striker of the team, top scorer of the entire league last year. But Leeds have managed to, biggest compliment, at least you would say, and I don't mean this to criticise Jess Russo, you can't tell there's been a drop off in performance. No, and that's exactly what we want. We want subs to come on and be able to put the same amount of pressure on the defence as Russo would. Yeah, Darcy Green wins a free kick. I mean, you could argue say as a team, Leeds have improved. You know, starting to work things out a little bit. Darcy Green's added an element of pace to the wings, which has unsettled Borough. And again, you send positive wishes to Jess Russo and hope that injury is just a short-term measure and she's back as soon as possible. Stamp his ball in. Middlesbrough should have a header clear.
Two Leeds players go for the same ball. Drew Green and Dobson wanting to have a go. Leg does well. Smith does even better. Here's Darcy Green. Tried to play the pass over the top to Drew Green. Doesn't find its way through. It's out to Smart. It's just ever so slightly overhit that. The idea was perfect. It needed to just be nice and delicate. She nearly pulled it off. She will now have to go back to her normal occupation, which has been a box-to-box defender. And that touch turns it away for a throw. Last couple of minutes until half time. I think Simon Wood will be pleased with Macy overall.
I think the overall performance has been good so far. It's taken us a while to settle in, but sometimes that's just the way of the game. But we've settled in now and it's 1-1, which is nice seeing. Hopefully we can get another, but we shall see.
It would be a huge boost to get at least a chance before half time. The way Middlesbrough have defended. Here's Dobson. Catherine Smith just lost her balance. No free kick needed. But Borough, because of Smith's pressure, give the ball away. Leg to Smith. Block from Byrne. Will be a Leeds throw. Heavy touch. Drew Green picks out Woodruff. She's the only player left in the box. Woodruff will try and catch the keeper out. Does so with a beautiful finish, but the flag had gone up as she was having that shot. There's a few groans from the crowd. There's a shaking of the head from Macy Ellis sat next to me. And it's a very late call. He just had salt into the wound because that was a cracking goal.
Yeah, that was a brilliant goal. She's quickly spun her, lobbed the keeper and got into like top corner bit. But yeah, that's a shame.
Well, that's been maybe 3 times now the flag's gone up when Leeds are in a good area. You can take real positives from that. The fact that it's just so close to comfort to nearly getting behind, and especially the first 20 minutes there was no sign of any progression in that area. So things are certainly turning in Leeds' favour. I think Borough will be the team most happy for half time, or will be for now, but that might change here as Maxwell gets it. Hold up play, pretty effective. Layoff is a poor one, so Dobson can nip in. Dobson just overruns it and runs into traffic. Good feet from Maxwell. And the bounce is unfortunate for Turner and Simpson, but it's a lot more commanding from Carrie Simpson as it's turned away. Smith, Drew Green, Smart, looking for Woodruff. She's caught late. Referee should be pulling this back for a free kick, but again, you're thinking it could go to either of them. Is that maybe the second time, Macy, where we've had a ball where it could have gone to Woodruff or Darcy Green? It hasn't gotten to either. But, there's positives for the second half.
Yeah, I'm saying that was a lovely ball there. It caught defence off just then, and like you said, it was just in between both players, so neither one of them could have got to it just then, but it's a dangerous ball, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, free kick to come. Leeds have had some decent positions from free kicks. Dan moves away. Smart could go straight to the number 7. Instead goes in early to the box. Middlesbrough miss it. Woodruff there at the back post. She scores. Very similar position for the first. Middlesbrough haven't learned their lessons, and Leeds United on the stroke of half time take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, that was lovely. Yeah, again, Amy's at the back by herself. The ball's trickled through and she's just put it nicely away. Again, great ball from Deej.
And again, just made it look very simple. Good ball in, difficult to deal with. They're all moaning at each other whose fault it is. There's a blueprint here to just keep putting pressure on them.
Yeah, clearly we need more free kicks in that area.
Yeah, we're not encouraging players to go to ground easily, but if you can get a free kick, please do it.
Yeah, in that right side, yeah.
Put the pressure on as the referee will let the game get back underway. We should get maybe a minute or two stoppage time, of course, with Russo's injury. And now Leeds have just got to try and see this out, and it's a real shot in the arm for Simon Woodside to be down 1-0 by the 5th minute, to now be 2-1 to the good from 2 Amy Woodruff goals. Like clears, Dobson jumping up for it. Middlesbrough keep it alive. Maxwell can only give it to Smith. Smith just goes for a touch finder, clears or at least trying to clear it. And Ruby Cook was alert to the danger, but in coming back for the ball, she's now got her own personal race to get back in a goal. Middlesbrough get away from trouble, but it's now Borough's turn to just be a bit sloppy in possession. The adjustment that Simon Woods made to the team has certainly helped Leeds' cause. There's a handball appeal, a very big one from Middlesbrough, and they get the call, so they've got a set piece to end the first half. No massive complaints from Ruby Waldron. Suggests she felt she was guilty?
Maybe, but Shauna's arguing the case for her, so we'll see. But it's a bit of a shame because, yeah, again, it's on our right side this time.
Yeah, and Borough themselves have looked pretty dangerous from set pieces. Flick on header, Cara Simpson watches it wide. And a nod of the head from Macy, just what we wanted.
Yeah, I don't want that ball going anywhere near around it.
Especially at this time of the game. And there's that hangover, isn't there, from last week, that late goal conceded. Jess Brady for a 2-2 draw against Stockport, and when you say how hard it is to get promoted from this league, it is those sort of results that can add up. So fingers crossed Leeds can make that count today as Smith gets in. Powerful touch on the ball, but a player goes to ground. Referee, no free kick. Borough knocked the ball out. The referee is going to stop the game and allow a physio on, so Adambi is just checking if the player on the ground is okay. It was a hefty boot from Catherine Smith, but she got plenty of power on the ball. Smith is at least coming across to check on the player that's down. This first half will continue to extend. So we've had Jess Russo's injury, which, as we say, his hope is okay, but Catherine Smith got a lot on the ball, but clearly enough of the Middlesbrough player. And again, our thoughts go to the stricken player, and we hope they can be back on their feet. But when Sarah Danby, a few others were saying to the referee that this needs to be looked at, it must be bad enough for them to be worried. And I want extra treatment here for the player who hopefully it looks worse than it is, and we don't lose a player, because even though opposition, we want to be competitive, we don't wish injuries on opposition, Macy, and it'd be bad luck if we did, because as an injured player yourself, it's just not a nice thing to do, is it? And you want all the best players on the pitch at the same time. Yeah,
I mean, you don't want anyone to have a really bad injury at all. It's not good.
Yeah, Leeds players are coming across. The Leeds physio is going to give a helping hand as well. Good to see Jess Russo, by the way. He's up on her feet, which is the main plus point. And again, an injury to her, a real blow to Leeds' team. But I think you've hinted at it a few times. It's a group effort, isn't it? Players are going to get injured at this level. There's commitments elsewhere, of course, with full-time jobs. So players that can step up, come in and help out. I think it's a real praise for Simon Wood's team that since the injury and the change in the team, Leeds have dug in, found a way. And it hasn't been pretty at times, but I think if you won every game this year, disgustingly 2-1 and it was a slog, I don't think you'd care one bit, would you?
Absolutely not. A win's a win at the end of the day, no matter how you've done it. Could be scrappy result, which most of these games are going to be, because we're very similar matched in our abilities, so they are going to be scrappy, and we just want to get that win no matter what.
Yeah, and I think learning the lessons. There's been new bodies brought in. Have you felt as a player yourself? I know you try to stay connected to the team in your rehab, but have you felt that there's a boost from those players coming in? New bodies coming from the division below. Has it added competition for you all?
Yeah, I think competition's very healthy. It pushes us to play better, and does bring us together. And it's really good, the signings we've had this season, like Shauna Ledge and Drew. They've all come from Halifax, and they are quality players, and they've been in the game for quite a long time. So having those kind of players, they bring a lot to the table. So there is competition, but you've just got to get to training and play your best.
Yeah, I guess you would say winger is your preferred ideal spot on the team sheet. I mean, there's competition out there, but I guess when you try to get promoted, you will feel you can bring something else to the party than both Green sisters. There's other players out there that play on the wing, and we've seen with injuries, with formation changes, just because there's several wingers on board, it doesn't mean that you can't all contribute to the party. But just by knowing you in the time I have, I don't sense that you're settling for second best. You want to be out there playing every week, but that's a good attitude to have, isn't it? I'm sure they think the same thing.
100%. I think every player is wanting to get as many minutes on that pitch, but as a team mentality, you've got to think what's the best play for each game. And these players, everyone's got a different ability, and you might need that in a different game compared to whatever. You might just be a super sub. So yeah, we just want the team to win, and that's the best mentality to have. Yeah.
So there's just joining us here on LUTV. The delays for an injured Middlesbrough player. Can't 100% say which one it is because they were down on their side. I don't want to speculate and confirm who that is as the player is carried off. I think we might need a stretcher here, so we hope it's just again precaution. We're sending our best wishes to them that there's nothing too serious. And we'll get back underway as and when we can. But Simon Wood's team are just gathering together. He is the coach. He's just trying to get them to refocus because you've been injured yourself. It is hard, isn't it, when another player gets injured? You sort of switch off. You're talking to each other. You're thinking about them as well. The advantage is that half time should come in a few seconds' time, but important that Leeds can stay switched on.
Yeah, I hope they've stayed warm and they're ready to get straight back into the game, because Middlesbrough will, 100%.
Yeah, so the sub is going to be given. I believe it's Sarah Byrne that's he's going off, the Middlesbrough captain. And on in their place is Shana Wilkinson. So best wishes to the Borough skipper. Wilkinson comes on for what is a long first half. Isn't as long as some of the ones we had when they changed the stoppage time last season for the first time. But professional level. First half lasting an hour. I'm used to it now. Middlesbrough just tried to get a little team huddle going on, and I think that's that's togetherness to try and move on in midfield, and losing a captain as well. I think overall probably half time is needed for both sets of teams now to regroup and try and push on in that second half. So the referee will let the game get back underway. Olivia Smart to take the throw. Danby gets her foot in the way. Maxwell. Dobson was stretching. Darcy Green nips in. Catherine Smith appealing that the throw-in should be hers and her teammates, and it is, as Middlesbrough poke it away from trouble. Again, just an arm wrestle. Leeds just trying to force their way down the pitch, and again it's not pretty, but Middlesbrough don't have the ball. They're not putting attacks together. I'm sure Simon Wood's side will take this as a sign of encouragement, as Leeds are just forcing them into their own third of the pitch. Hooked clear now. It will fall into midfield for Dander, but there is half time, and Leeds United were delighted with the scoreline. They fell behind inside the 5th minute when Burnt scored from the edge of the box after a missed clearance, but Woodruff from 2 set pieces has put Leeds in front. Been a couple of injuries, one for either side, and hopefully no more of that in the second half, and there's a clean bill of health for both. At half time at the Ballester Prentice Stadium, it's 2-1. Join us soon for second half commentary. Welcome back to LUTV's coverage as Leeds United women prepare for the second half against Middlesbrough. Fingers crossed for a similar scoreline, because at 2-1, Leeds were behind after 5 minutes. You might be able to see Amy Woodruff's big smile in front of you. The number 14 has every reason to be happy. 2 goals, 2 very similar set pieces, striker's instinct at the far post, and we have a 2-1 advantage. We have lost Jess Russo to an injury, but good signs that she was on the bench up on her feet, so that might just be a precautionary measure. She's been replaced by Darcy Green, which means the team for Leeds is Carrie Simpson, Shauna Legg, Olivia Smart, Lucy Turner, Sarah Danby, Ellie Dobson, Catherine Smith, Drew Green, Emma Woodruff, Ruby Waldron and Darcy Green. Sadly, Middlesbrough's captain Sarah Byrne was replaced from an injury. Shanna Wilkinson has replaced her, so they go with Cook, Packham, Towers, Turnbull, Maxwell, Robson, Giles, Bell, Boys and Wilkinson. I'm joined by Macy Ellis for today's game. We'll get her thoughts in a second, but we can't bring her in just yet because Maxwell was on the attack, but some very assured defending from Olivia Smart stopped that. Leeds will at least win a goal kick as well from some great work from Catherine Smith in midfield. And a battle is probably the best way to describe that first half, Macy. Not pretty on the eye at times, but effective, great striker play from Amy Woodruff. What are you wanting to see in this second half?
I wanted them to come out again, all gun blazing, and like getting the foot on the ball, getting some more passes strung about, and getting into that box, which we started to do in the second half, in the second part of the first half. So that's just what I want to see.
Drew Green, well weighted ball to Dobson. Here's Darcy Green, just wants a bit more room. Now she'll dig out the shot. Just never looked fully comfortable. She gets a corner, but I think if she had any doubts in her mind, Middlesbrough had closed her down by the time she was ready to have a go.
Yeah, she had about 3 players on her there, but she did well to get a shot off. Did get a touch on the Middlesbrough player, so it's good she's got a corner from it.
Danby's ball in. Leg was about to head it. Middlesbrough got there first. Smart and ball appeals. Certainly looked to be chest or shoulder. Olivia Smart, as loud as you need to. You can probably hear it in Castleford. I don't mind Garforth as Turner flies across. That's a really important interception. She's hurt herself while doing it. Did you think it was handball as we get a throw in for Borough?
I mean, I'm always going to say, yeah, it was handball, I want a pen, but I didn't quite see that one, so we'll have to go with ref on that. But
it's very mature of you. As biased as you are, that is a very level-headed answer as the game is ready to get back underway. Here is Smith. Double deflection again, helps Leeds out. So Leeds looking to stretch their unbeaten run to 4 games. 2 wins and a draw in that time. Woodruff's flick to Drew Green. Tried to return the favour, but couldn't do so. Borough miscommunication. And again, you're feeding off scraps in these situations, but Catherine Smith, a big round of applause. She's delighted that that went in their favour. And just percentage play, Leeds just making their way down the line, trying to frustrate Borough. And Middlesbrough, Macy, first 20 minutes got into a really good rhythm. Didn't allow Leeds any breathing space. And Leeds, by making it scrappy, and Simon Wood's tactical changes have adjusted things to make Borough just very disjointed.
yeah, to be honest, it's quite strange how Borough came out quite strong, and especially in midfield, and now it's completely changed. Bit disjointed now. They're not stringing the passes together, and
Might do here, which is a worry for Leeds because they're through on goal. Simpson's committed early and had to do so. Great reading of the game from Carrie Simpson. It's out for a throw, but if she gets a slight delay, gets caught in 2 minds, Macy, it's probably 2-2. Maxwell again, challenge from Smith, but she's managed to get past that. Here's Boys. Smith's been very busy defensively start of this second half. Pass avoids Dobson. Good ball in. Leg gets to it. So many important headers from her so far this afternoon. Dobson a little bit outnumbered there. She just tried to take it away from the midfielder and get any helping hand, but a bit isolated, so Borough come again. 5 minutes of this second half already ticked by. Borough towards Maxwell. It's a good pass, equally good touch, but Carrie Simpson positioning is as simple as you like. There's a few travelling Borough fans that have made their way, tried to make it as comfortable as an atmosphere as possible, but not the attack that Carrie Simpson looked troubled by at all, Macy.
No, it went nicely into Rans there, but she did well to get into that position. I just want Leeds to get into gear.
Yeah, misplaced pass from Smart. Apologies from the skipper. She was forced wide by Turner, but unable to make amends. But Simpson's clearance met by two players, Dobson and Borough midfielder Bell. He took it clear, and the scrappy nature of this game hasn't subsided, Macy. It's ended the first half like this. I mean, again, from Leeds' perspective, Carrie Simpson's had a few catches, but no real saves to make.
No, she's doing quite well at the moment. We're keeping them at bay, but I mean, it's second half and we seem just a little bit asleep at the moment.
Defensively sound enough as Leeds win a throw. These are those testing moments in the season. Always seem to discuss it with members of the team that can come in to have a chat with us about how hard this year is when cups start to come in, the league form dips because you're playing every week in a cup, and I guess you look at these fixtures, Macy, early league game, and now another set piece to come, and it's a lot closer than the ones that Leeds managed to score from. It might be in shooting range, but a ball into a 6-yard area, Leeds will feel that they can cause more problems. I mean, Woodruff has already scored 2 goals from 2 free kicks. She's just past the penalty spot next to the Borough players in the yellow boots, so watch out for her for a hat-trick. It is Danby to the back post, like he's trying to get to it. You can see the idea, back post and a header across, just too much on it, but that's Borough's organisation skills, because just when Leeds thought that ball had gone out of play, Borough were on the attack quick, and Leeds have actually done very well to react to that. Here's Darcy Green, her first touch of the second half is a patient one, and she has added a real element of control out there on the left wing. But going back to that set piece, Macy, we're almost disappointed that it's not going in the back of the net, such as the standards we've set for ourselves, but it wasn't too far away from working.
No, I could see what she was trying to do there. She was trying to get it right in the back of the box for Shawnee to head it into the net, or head it back into the box and then get it in, but sadly it didn't come off.
Woodruff is putting the pressure on. So is Darcy Green. She's just an inch away from attacking. That's then took Dobson out of the picture because she'd committed as well. A nice touch from Turner and a second. And there's Danby's control in midfield, and Leeds just showing a bit of quality in possession there. There is Smart to Drew Green. Good feet from her. Leeds putting together a decent move here. She ran into traffic a little bit, but all 4 or 5 Leeds players that touched the ball composed, Macy. That's exactly what you were asking for pretty much 55 minutes. And it is in there. It's very tough, though, for both teams to not try and play into this arm wrestle of a battle. Borough have got forward again here. Turner stepped out of defence. The Borough players coming on the attack. The 2 number 8s come together. And Jess met didn't get the better of Ellie Dobson, and that is a big relief for us.
Yeah, Ellie did really well there to get her body in front of the Middlesbrough player.
Midfield splitting pass. Misplaced touch. Woodruff, tired pass back to Smart. And Smart is just going to be a bit stronger as Turner clears. Because Woodruff is out of position, that is just going to be a defensive reset sort of pass, aka a Wigan's nightmare when they have to chase down what is a lost cause.
Yeah, I think that was definitely needed. I think there was a bit of a lack of communication at the back there. I think Liv wanted Lucy to come up to clear it, but didn't quite come off.
Flick on from Borough, opportunity to score, and they've taken it. Defender's caught slightly out of position, and I think it's Leanna Giles that has just turned it into the corner. Neat run, positioning was perfect, and it's a smart finish. It's 2 apiece.
Yeah, she's done really well there. She's gone round keeper and passed it around her. Unlucky for Carrie, but yeah, she was in a dangerous area with the ball. Hard for her to do anything about that.
Yeah, big frustrations that for Leeds. That little glancing flick that has just turned it away. So game on again at the Bannister Apprentice Stadium. Cuts the ball out, but it can only fall to a Borough player. And again, another pass, this time to Giles. As Danby clears, only to Maxwell. She's going for an early sighter at goal. And Maxwell hits it over the top, but clearly that goal's put a bit of a lift in the camp of Borough because 2 early efforts quickly on site.
Yeah, it's a bit like the first half. Middlesbrough on top again, starting off.
Yeah, shooting from range as well.
Yeah, so hopefully Leeds will come back into it again.
Waldron nips him with an interception. Tried to find Woodruff. Ball into the channel. Inches away from doing so. Somebody for Leeds will have to fill in at left back. It's Shona Legg that decided to do that. She puts the ball back over the top for Woodruff again. Been a bit too hard and overhit from her. Now Drew Green's got some work to do defensively. She's chasing back to try and get goal side of Maxwell. Smart just gets a toe on the ball. Gets a nudge out of play. She will get a free kick, and let's hope she's okay because that's an awkward landing. Not level as well. I mean, she's only a slight further all away from hitting her head on the curb. So on the tarmac at Garforth, a little unnecessary.
Yeah, she's done really well there to get that foul.
Yeah, because she'd sort of overrun it with the touch, but she had to make that touch.
Yeah.
So for what was a slight worrying spot for Leeds, she just lures them in. I mean, the referee has to give it. The arms are fully out into the back of Olivia Smart. So at the hour mark or thereabouts, and the Leeds captain making her way down the touchline. Such was the ferociousness of that challenge. Our captain's armband has had to be readjusted. Now she's back, ready to go, the lead skipper. See the only Price warming up. Midfield option. I mean, Dobson perhaps gives herself up there, but she did it by moaning at the fact that she thought the Borough player had dived. Referee gives the free kick. This hasn't been a game that I think this has not been a second half I think you'd have enjoyed as a winger. There's been very little ability to actually get on the ball. The two Green sisters are not getting frustrated, but this is a proper slog.
Yeah, at the moment it's we are having to defend, and like I said, there's not a lot down the wings other than the wingers having to get up and press, which is not always the nicest part of being a winger, but you've got to do it.
Smart down the line, over hit for Drew Green, too short for Woodruff. Borough get to it again, they just sent to win the second ball again, Borough. Dobson with the interception. Darcy Green flicks it onto Woodruff, and bit of composed play out from her to Drew Green, who wants to go towards the goal line and cross the ball in. She's been forced wide by Boyd all the time. Turns it into Darcy Green, who will turn. The Leeds player, Catherine Smith, is bumped off the ball by Maxwell. She'll have to get on her feet and chase it down, as she does. And that's really good work from Catherine Smith. The frustration of potential shooting opportunity to get up off the deck and run back. And sort of what is needed in these sort of games. You can't give up. You can't allow a player. I said it earlier, first half, fine margins. If that cross is a bit better, or the pass works in Leeds' favour, it's a shooting opportunity, and I'm sure Borough can say the same at the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, Kath did really well to get back and prevent her getting down the line, and we had time to set.
Yeah, you almost get the sense maybe just past the hour this might be decided by a mistake or a moment of brilliance. A well-worked team goal might be out the question for both teams, just such as the evenness of the pair of them.
Yeah, I think this game's going to really depend on when someone makes a mistake or when we're playing really well together and stringing those passes.
Yeah, I mean, set pieces, Leeds have had an avenue. Let's fingers crossed that can continue. Going back to the last results last season, Leeds lost in both games, home and away. It tells you how awkward Borough have been for them over the years. Giles runs away and tries to get the pass away, but Danby was there on the right occasion. Here is Legg trying to pick out Woodruff. Dobson can't get to it. There's a lot of running out there today, the Dobson. Good challenge from Danby. Smith's flying in as well. It's a tiring midfield battle, and they come away with it again. Great challenge from Danby. Won the ball, took the player with it. And Smith was looking for Woodruff. Drew Green is waving her arms around to suggest that she should have got the ball, as now Smart is penalised for a free kick. And there is frustrations for Leeds that the simple ball isn't being taken.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that foul properly, but
just looked to be back play, she's pushed her in the back.
No.
And what I love about it is her sheer plead that she's done nothing wrong. So I said earlier, has to be the most competitive person to ever play football with.
I mean, I'd do same. I'd say I haven't done anything wrong.
Kiera Skeleton has come on. Looks like it was for Armani Maxwell. Not much sign of a Leeds change. Reminder of the subs with a goalkeeper in Lockwood, but you've got Price and Jubril Keating. It's one of those games as well where coach has got to weigh it up whether a sub's the right thing for this game. This is so evenly matched. Here's Waldron. She's just taking her time, trying to burst forward with a touch. She's then desperately unlucky as the goal kick is going to go against her. But just looking at a couple of the players, Macy, looking like they're flagging a little bit, looking a little bit tired. It's no surprise. Heavy pitch. Dobson's flown in with a great challenge. There's been some cracking tackles in midfield. Yeah, there have. They've been really good today, really putting the body in. And I think, like you said, the midfield legs are just getting a little bit heavy now. But they are having to cover a lot of the pitch, and it's back and forth because, like I said, we are so evenly matched. Yeah, Leg steps out of defence to make an important interception. Waldron's just been at the other end of the pitch, so now she's going to have a break. And I think she'll be over the moon to see that ball's gone out of play. Ellie Dobson was crunched by her own challenge. She made a great challenge, but then the Borough player with a follow through. There's a cramp element. Referee isn't interested in becoming a part-time physio. There's no commitment at all from the ref to help out.
No.
Catherine Smith was nearby.
He's just a witness.
Staying clear. That's what I said. There was Ellie Dobson a few minutes ago she got a missed touch and her body language sank, and it's just one of a player that's just thinking, I just need a break. You want momentum, and if the players had long sleeves, it's time to roll them up. And you can't say commitment hasn't been there, because Danby's flown in, Dobson's flown in. I think Sam would be delighted with the effort shown. The weather conditions are going against Leeds as well. It's tough out there for both teams. It's an old school game of football, so to speak, with the weather. And the head-to-head battle as Smart comes across. Never really fancied a backwards pass to Simpson. That isn't going to go out of play, so Smart will switch back on defensively. Waldron lets it go. And rightly so, and she'll get a throw in deep inside her own half. So 67 minutes are there about gone, and Leeds. Are we getting to that stage, Macy, where you think we need a sub, or is it difficult to make a sub in these games because it's so, they kind of make or break the flow of the match, or you can lose momentum by doing it?
Yeah, it's always risky when you're bringing a sub on in such a tight game, because they need time to warm up, and Middlesbrough might be going through a really good spell, and then just pounce on that opportunity. But it might be getting to that point just because, the girls will be getting heavy legs. They are running a lot, especially in midfield. So
yeah, the two changes as well are more forward thinking, aren't they? Like Leonie Price is a box-to-box midfielder, but that's not a defensive change. And Jubril Keating played up front, she's been a winger as well for the team. There's a hooking, they wanted a hooking effort there, the Middlesbrough player, to try and wrap it round the right boot and curl it. She got a slice instead and couldn't turn the ball insidewards towards that top corner, and thankfully for us it's gone way out of play for a goal kick. But it is these little breaks in play where players can have a chat, get a breather.
Yeah, it's a good time to have a bit of a regroup with the players around you, so you can communicate what you want to do.
What's the group like in terms of, is it good overall for talkers? There's lots of players willing to give opinions?
Yeah, so the current team, I would say, are very good at vocalising what we need to do, what we need to improve, especially Captain Liv. She's really good at that.
Yeah, I did say earlier, one day if she is unable to play, we'd have to try and get her on the commentary, as Danby's just going to be wrestled off the ball. She wins a free kick. Middlesbrough not happy. Not only that did they think it was handball, they thought that should have been play on. And I already know you're biased, so you're going to tell me that was a free kick. That's a close call, though.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with ref on that.
Great decision from the referee. And Leeds were just not covering either. They were just expecting that clearance to come in. So Middlesbrough have had a lift from their subs. Skelton and Wilkinson. Big gap here from leg. I mean, Leeds are clearly going short with it, but they've got to stay switched on as they try and build something from the back. Leg goes for territory, and Darcy Green is unable to get to it. So we've got that pattern in the first half where Leeds can't put 2 or 3 passes together. It's making it difficult on the eye, and Middlesbrough are actually starting to prosper from it. That'll be a free kick again. Very stop-start, Macy. Free kick after free kick.
Yeah, which isn't what you want when we're wanting Leeds to get a few passes together. I mean, it does give them chance to regroup and settle a little bit again. But Middlesbrough have really come into this first part of the second half.
Handsman on the near side gives the call against Leeds United. 2 apiece. Just joining us here on LUTV. Myself, Tom Hill, Macy Ellis bringing you the coverage. Byrne got an opening goal. Leeds got 2 in the first half from set pieces. Woodruff grabbing 2. Great header. And another free kick where she brought the ball down. Sadly for Leeds, though, Giles levelled matters 11 minutes into the second half, and it has been an arm wrestle ever since then. And these, I think over the years, maybe fair to say, Macy, since you've been part of the group, the games that Leeds might have lost in recent years, there is a real, I think, improvement this year on, grinding as a group, learning what it takes. It's just about, there's a big gap then to learning how to grind out draws and results, as Leeds are nearly caught out, and then going out to try and grind out a win as well.
Yeah, I think you've always got to play the full 90 minutes, always on the gas pedal, just because teams will switch on and attack when you're trying to ease off a little bit, and I think that's sometimes when we get caught out, is we are up ahead and we take our foot off the gas, and that's when they switch on, the opposition. So we've done alright in this game so far. It is 2-2. I just hope we switch on like on first half and get a few opportunities on goal.
Yeah, good work from Darcy Green, fighting away. There's no room at all out there. Now Danby's been caught out. Waldron pushed up to help out. There's gaps in the midfield, and now Middlesbrough will capitalise. Sean Legg's been dragged out, and she's now turned inside. This is good for Middlesbrough. Potential block needed from Dobson, and Dobson again is trying to look at the breakdown there, because 4 or 5 touches and Middlesbrough have gone from right back to Leeds' box. But again, Darcy Green nearly got away. She wasn't that far away from attacking as a number 10, and all of a sudden Middlesbrough are on the attack, but Waldron have pushed up to help. Clearly been told what she's got to do. And I said it earlier about just maybe an error, a deflection, something is going to decide this game perhaps, and it might be where a missed touch is punished, and we hope it goes in our favour. Simpson pretty happy with her defensive line as the ball is whipped in. Header on from Dobson. It's the wrong way, but at least out of the box. And Danby's done well. Nice and calm defending. And it will be a Borough throw. Darcy Green to Waldron, who wanting a bit more help, and there's a lack of partnerships out there for Leeds. They've just been not able to get in a bit of a foothold. Winger to full back and 10 to number 9. It has been difficult as Sean Legg clears away. Do you sense, Macy, overall this year that the main things you are a little bit harder to beat, and you can build a platform from that overall?
Yeah, I mean it is a hard thing. It is hard because every team knows they need to show up against us. So sometimes, some teams really do step up just to play us. But,
Just break off as a chance to get a goal. Leeds done well. Carrie Simpson comes across. Looked to be another clearance, but all of a sudden a challenge won, and Middlesbrough got on that. But it's pretty much adding to your point. Teams do try and step up. The name itself of Leeds United Women is a target in this league, especially with the club trying to get promoted. Is that something you've found, that you're almost like a bit of a target for other teams?
I think so. I think whenever there's any team we get, they know they need to turn up for it. And like I said, every team in the league is hard, and we know we need to show up every week just because of that fact, but also the fact that they know we are a dangerous team, and so they do turn up against us.
Yeah, frustrating that for Catherine Smith, because while she got to touch the ball, she did it from a behind position and right in front of the referee. It's one of those where some refs might have let that slide. Sian Jubble-Keating is going to be given the nod to come onto the pitch, and she is going to replace Catherine Smith. So whether that's like for like, or there'll be a bit of a change around. And Catherine Smith's work is done. 75 minutes. You know what you're going to get from Catherine Smith every single week. Smith is a runner, determined, empties the tank. Jubble-Keating comes on, and she looks like she's going to a striker position. Maybe Woodruff will sit. So I'll get your thoughts on that in a second, mate, once this free kick is taken. Smart heads clear. It will stay in play if Borough wants it to, and they do. Now back with Boy. And Boys comes forward, pass over hit, Turner clears, but yeah, a bit of a change in structure. Amy Woodruff as a 10 that is not something that is alien to her. She's played there before.
No, and she's really good at playing that role. She's very good at getting the ball and bounce it, and then making a run and laying it off to the striker and stuff like that. So I think they'll work really well together. And Shana, I think, is a very quality player. Like, she's strong and she's fast. I think she just turn up the game a little bit when she comes on.
Could be perfect timing then for Sam on one side. That is another really unlucky bounce for Lever Smart, who's going to do so well here, not even to concede a free kick. She has done well. It is a throw-in, but the corner flag helped Borough. That meant she was wrong, that she wasn't goal side. But the skipper gets Leeds out of trouble. 14 minutes left of normal time. Woodruff clears. There's encouragement from the crowd to launch that away, and she does. Jubbo Keating trying to control possession. Drew Green can't get to it. Smart trying to go down the line. And a block from Borough. Again, just typifies this second half. Anytime Leeds have just tried to build something, there's a block, there's a deflection. As Danby gets it across towards leg. They've been encouraged to take the space. She does, but the pass, and again it's just stop, start, stop, start.
Yeah, it's hard to build when it's a bit like this. I can see the frustrations on the girls' faces. Like, they just want to get and play this ball, and it's just not going that way.
Misplaced pass from Baldwin. It's out for another throw. Keating gets in. Dobson likewise. Drew Green to chase. He normally thrives on these situations. Borough chasing her back. They've got a 3-on-1. No help for Drew Green. Smart gets across. She wants the ball down the line, and the attempt was made. It'll be a throw to Leeds. Throwing. Olivia Smart might be a bit quicker with it, just to lifting the morale there. Try to get an attack going. Danby to Smart. Passes astray. Darcy Green trying to get goal side. Here's Dobson. Just what Leeds needed from Millie Dobson. That pass, it's the tail of the tape, second half. Positive, and it's just the last ball. If Leeds can find it, they might have a way through here as they pass that wide towards Drew Green, goes astray. Leeds seeming to make the harder pass. Danby, tired legs, Borough nearly get to it. Turner puts her foot through it. Nobody for Leeds nearby. There will be though if Darcy Green can get to it. She will ride the challenge. Here is Darcy Green on a debut for Leeds. Tries to cut it to Woodruff. The Middlesbrough touch took it away from her. And 10 minutes to go. That was Leeds' I think, best chance of the second half, which is, 33 minutes in.
Yeah, they've taken quite a while to warm up in this part. I don't know why. But yeah, that was unlucky. Like, the Middlesbrough did really well to get up there, because yeah, again, if Amy could have got her head on it, could have been a hat trick.
Yeah. We saw from the first goal her ability in the air. Here's Turner. Foul throw appeals from Middlesbrough. Leg is charging, taking the game to Middlesbrough, up to Jubbo Keating. Leg again, she put too much on that, she's trying to stretch the play. Darcy Green chases it, Middlesbrough player trying to stop her. It will be a free kick for a pullback. Last couple of minutes. Do you get the sense, Macy, that Middlesbrough's momentum is just waning a little bit, ever so slightly?
I can hope so. Yeah, they don't seem as dangerous as they were 20 minutes ago, but fingers crossed.
Headed away from Dobson, who again has put her body on the line time and again in midfield for Leeds. And as we get a toe to the ball, it's a foot race which they'll be happy to take, and Jess Met has worked tirelessly up front today to put Leeds under pressure, and the ball needed on the far side of the pitch. Stadium in Garforth, and one of the willing spectators is willing to help out. Waldron a touch away, gets the deflection. Leeds have a throw. Great recovery from Waldron, who nearly let go of the ball. Had it come out of a hand fully, that would have been a foul throw. Turner can only clear the ball straight back into Middlesbrough territory. Borough have space in midfield here. Borough's ball in. Double touch. Smart's got to be clever. She is. There's a Leeds player down. Turner's put her body across. Referee not listening to Shauna Legg's appeals for a free kick, and heart and mouth moment Macy for Leeds.
Yeah, luckily Smart's very intelligent and was there and was able to keep it out. That was a very good chance for Middlesbrough there. Like, she's zipped across.
Borough still got the danger alive. Ball back into the box, overhit. Thankfully for Leeds, that comes to nothing. Less than 10 minutes to go now. This league encounter so evenly matched. That was a half chance for Borough at the near post. The header glancing from Ellen Packham. Keating chasing it down. Woodruff will join as Cook clears, commanding it away from Danby. Good brave challenge from Danby. She wins the ball back. Now she needs room to manoeuvre. Officially it's handball, and that's given. Do you get a sense that's just been the second? I mean, Leeds win the ball back, good area, want to make a pass, and then there's just, and this is credit in Borough, there's just 5 red shirts. It just seems like every time Leeds have the ball.
Yeah, they're very good at swarming us, and I think that's the issue. Like, you know, when we say when Russo was out by herself, they swarm her, and they do it all the time. Makes it really difficult to do anything with the ball, which I think is what we're struggling with at the moment.
There's an attack here. The Borough player went the wrong way. Shauna Legg did not. And her recovery work has been so important today for Leeds. She's been needed. They're trying to spray the ball around. Visitors have put Leeds on the back foot as a result. Smart kept it in. Maybe need to regret that decision, but for now Borough keep it. And now they're in. Shooting opportunity. Carrie Simpson went to cover the other post. The shot went the blind side towards Lauren Robson. She went near post. It nearly worked. The frame of the goal keeps Leeds United in this game at 2 apiece.
Yeah, I mean, that attacker did really well there. She looked like she was going to go cross-body, but she didn't. We were very lucky there.
Yeah, just wonder, will that give Borough the morale if they want for the last 5 minutes? Character building for Leeds. They've got to find a way to try and grind this out. At a minimum, a draw. Keep the unbeaten run going. Triple Keating gets to the ball, gets goal side more importantly, tries to play the pass across. Idea is right, sadly the execution was not. And Drew Green is now maybe 10 yards behind the play, not for long though. Dobson to Smart. Triple Keating, it's just that last pass. Second time in this game, in this second half, Leeds have put a move together. And the last pass to create the opportunity is astray. And it's a frustration because that was, again, so well worked.
And sadly, it was in like quite a dangerous area as well. And that was a really good piece. That was a really good movement. But yeah, just put a little bit too much.
Waldron. Triple Keating. Keeps it simple. Darcy Green goes back down the line towards her. Now that's where Leeds only had a bit of space. It's just rolled out of play. Waldron heads clear. Out for another throw. This is slowing down now. Borough are just trying to grind anything out of Leeds United to make a mistake.
Yeah, I think our foot's come off a bit of the gas now. We're second to ball and we're not really pressing as fast and ferocious as we usually do.
Yeah, I wouldn't say maybe hanging on's a bit harsh, isn't it? But
I mean, we're definitely on the back foot here.
Yeah, Triple Keating being the furthest player forward for Leeds, getting the ball 45 yards out from her own goal is not where Leeds want her. Borough have a huge gap. Met's got into space, Turner's trying to get across, but the finish is accomplished. It's really composed from Borough, and the centre half split. Sean Legg was covering. Turner then had to be taken out of the game. The pass split the defence, and the finish, to Borough's credit, was very, very accurate. Took her time. Carrie Simpson had no chance. 3-2.
Yeah, I think they're just on the right side. Both Ruby and Shauna were both out of position, and no one were there to cover that corner. So there was a nice gap for him.
Real kick in the teeth.
Yeah.
Said it though, we didn't feel like they were hanging in, but we said a mistake or a moment of magic. It's happened with 40 seconds left.
Yeah, and sadly it's been for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, just a slight, misjudgment. Two centre backs got pulled apart, which is never good. And they've defended so well, Leeds. At times, Shauna Legg has headed everything that's come our way, but the gap was just too big for Turner to cover. And now Leeds have work to do. Don't be pressurised. Got to gung-ho time really for Leeds. There was no plan behind that, and now Borough are trying to capitalise. And it's got to be all-out attack now for Simon Wood's team. Into stoppage time we go. It's such a sucker punch. What have Leeds United got up their sleeve? gaps again in midfield. Borough have just started to drop back a little bit. They're protecting the lead they've now established.
So this is what I always find with...
Break off because it's an awkward ball. Sorry, Macy. Carry on.
See, this is what I always find with Middlesbrough. They're very good for the game, sometimes switching on right at the last time, and that's why the reality of it is you've got to be switched on all the time and constantly, even when there's no gas in tank, you've got to keep pushing.
Yeah, sign of a good team, and a sign of a team that Leeds want to be at that level, competing for promotion. Borough at the right end of the table this season and unbeaten for a reason. Leeds are on their way to a first defeat themselves, and that's a tired challenge from Ruben Waldron. Just when Leeds needed to get out of that corner, and the youngster couldn't get away. And Borough will take their time. Surprise, surprise, the number 7's felt the effect of that challenge and now needs to go down. I mean, it's game management from Borough, they've done it very well. And it's frustration for the players. Lots to learn from, positives on how they defended for Leeds. And time running out. I mean, what Borough are doing is pretty obvious. And this is what you just said it yourself. They know how to turn a draw into a win and then see it out.
Yeah, they're smart, they're intelligent, they know there's not much time left and they just need to keep it.
Yeah, Leeds are unlucky. They haven't had much rub with the green in those areas today. They have got a throw in now. Waldron's pass has sliced and she's had no luck the last minute or two. Just wants the ball away from the left back spot. She wants Leeds to be attacking. Borough again have managed to waste nearly 2 whole minutes in this corner. They're just playing for throw-ins, throwing it against Waldron's ribs, hoping it bounces their way. It did. Now the ball's taking longer to find than it was when it was 2-2. And that's certainly how it feels when things aren't going your way. Might fall for Leeds here as Legg runs across, just pokes it clear. Borough got to it first though. Shot is going to come in. Simpson was worried. Had every right to be. But in doing that, Borough have gone for goal and wasted more time on the clock. Good effort as well, Macy, to be fair.
Yeah, she did really well. It was a nice strike, to be honest with you.
It was there to be hit, and again with time on their side, Leeds are not happy giving away a free kick, and it just seems like since the goal, that's how it often feels psychologically. Everything's gone Borough's way.
Yeah, I think the heads. I think when they got that last goal, the head's gone a bit. But I mean, there can't be much time left now.
Yeah, it's very tough, isn't it, to rally when you've been in a horrible battle and you've had to work so hard to concede late. You can understand Leeds' players just feeling a touch sorry for themselves, and then Borough feeling 10 foot tall as Smart gets a toe to the ball. There was Dobson's touch, and Leeds United are beaten here by Middlesbrough. As I say, a very even battle for large parts, and Borough come out on top with a very late goal from Met. Leeds got 2-1 lead at half time through a brace from Woodruff, but sadly not to be. So a first defeat of the season, a second defeat of the season in the league, first defeat in 3 for Leeds United. Lots to learn from, plenty of positives defensively with how brave they fought, and a long old time left in this campaign yet to get that promotion charge back on track. But the full-time score is 3-2. Thank you so much to Macy for giving her time today to bring us through the action. Fingers crossed next time out Leeds are back to winning ways. Have a great Sunday afternoon.